Students, hey, this is making a tomato sauce part 2. Okay, we rendered the bacon. We cooked the bacon in here. We're gonna leave the fat and take the bacon out. We're gonna put that on a little paper towel. Remember, I'm gonna leave the fat in there. This will be good on what, like a Cobb salad or something? I don't know. Maybe in my scrambled eggs tomorrow. Anything. Okay. So now we have the fat. What I want to do is I'm going to put, remember, the aromatics in there. The garlic. Remember, I want to put the onion in there with that. I'm gonna just do a dice onion. Remember, don't cut all the way through. Don't cut both ends of the onion off, remember? Leave the root end on there. And use your finger, knuckle, not your fingertip, as a guide. And you're not cutting all the way through the onion. Just to the, this way, that root end is holding the onion together for you. Over on this side, I'm using my thumb for the last couple there. This is a good size. Okay. That's definitely enough onion. Now the water's going to come out of that onion, and it'll start to deglaze that pan a little bit. That salt pork fond that's in there. So you know what's going in there next, right? We're going to be, once these are rendered and they begin to caramelize, we're going to add our tomato product and our spices. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter. You could add the salt and pepper now if you wanted. And I want. It's like I want everything. Hey, I promised to show you, remember, your sauce is only as good as your product. Hey, go ahead, use a really good quality of tomato sauce. Or just open a number 10 can like we did here. Now, I wanted to show you. You're using fresh tomatoes. Sometimes the skins can be tough. What most people will do is make what's called concasse. Now, tomato concasse is tomato that's been skinned and seeded. No skins, no seeds. Now, let's give you an idea how we go about doing that. Here's our tomato. Okay. All right, it's right here. You take your tomato, you grab the knife, so only a little bit of the knife is sticking out the end right there, and I'm gonna put a little X on this end, not this end. This is the blossom end. I'm gonna drop it in some boiling water. Okay. Now, just count to about 10. You don't want to cook it any longer than that, because your tomatoes cook too fast. That's about 9, 10. Take it out and drop it in some ice water. The ice water is going to stop the cooking, like immediately, right? Good. Okay, so what does that do? If you watch carefully, you could use your paring knife and to grab the skin, and just it comes right off. Now it peels right off the skin. See how it comes off so easy? All right, so you peel it in that manner, and some people don't realize you could do the same thing with peaches. Some people don't realize that. Okay. I have a skinned tomato. Some people will use a little red handled thing that has a little thing to remove this. If I use my thumb, it's like, what do they call it, a protractor? So I'll stick my thumb in here and go around it like this. Yeah. And you could take out the end thing that way too. What do you call that? The stem. Okay, so to make concassé, what you do is cut the tomato in half, squeeze it, and use centrifugal force to throw out the seeds. Again, squeeze it and use centrifugal force to throw out the seeds. Then all you're doing is cutting the tomato in a large dice in this manner. Slice, like you learned, julienne, and dice. This is concassé. No, no skin, no seeds, no juice, but no, the juice is really in the flesh of this tomato, so it's not a big deal. What I do with that end, I'm gonna eat it. Okay, slice, julienne, dice. All right, and there's concassé. Now, if we used, looks like I missed a teeny bit of seed there, huh? It's almost a perfect concassé. So now you know what tomato concassé is. Let's get back to making our sauce, our tomato sauce. Remember I said I was going to eat that. Okay. I'd say it's rendered. Huh. See, there's enough liquid in that bottom of that pan now to start washing the fond of that pork off the bottom of the pan. Okay. I'm going to start adding my tomato product. Well, now we have some real tomato. We have diced tomato. Oh, you know what I would like to tell you is, some people, before they add, after they sweated the onions and garlic, some people will add a little flour, like they were making an espagnole or brown sauce, to thicken it. But it's not necessary. The way I teach you to make it is, you should have the time and really let it simmer for like 40 minutes or so until it's reduced, preferably by close to half. So let that reduce by half, and it will definitely not be a thin sauce. It's going to be nice and thick. Let's go ahead and use this palmy too. Why not? Tomato sauce is very functional. Palmy is probably one of the best tomato sauces you can get. It's amazing that you can pay $1 or you can pay $4 or $5 for the same quantity of tomato sauce. And again, it depends how much work and what your intended use is. If I was gonna go to all the trouble of making a lasagna bolognese and cook my tomato sauce for like 6 hours, I would definitely want to start with the best product that I can get, because time is money. Well, again, this is gonna simmer for about 45 minutes or until it's reduced some. close to half. And that's your tomato sauce. Thank you for joining me.